Scorpion by Drake. I hate when Drake raps. Drake sings too much. Drake is a pop artist. Drake doesn't even write his own songs. Drake took an L. Drake didn't start from the bottom. Drake is finished. I like Drake's older stuff. Drake makes music for girls. Drake thinks he's Jamaican. Drake is an actor. Drake changed. Anybody else is better than Drake. Yeah, we know. How do we feel about Scorpion by Drake?
Why you laughing so hard, man?
Yo, why you gonna warn me about that?
I didn't know I was supposed to warn you about it.
Oh, that was good. I like that. That was good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how he wrote it. That's how he hears it in his mind, right?
That was good.
How you feel about it?
That was a great bio. that was a great introduction.
I love how he wrote that in the notes of the CD too, because it's basically him just.
So that was actually in the notes?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
That's
I didn't
him
know that.
acknowledging that he hears everything everybody says about.
Wow. That was great.
How you feel about it though?
That was great. When it started with Survival, you know, when we got the news that it was gonna be a double album, I was kind of like, okay. I know a lot of Drake stans will love this. More Drake is great and everything like that. But whenever I hear about any long or double kind of albums, I'm like, okay, is it all gonna be consistent throughout the album, or is it gonna be hit or misses and everything like that? So I was already kind of worried about that. When Survival hit, it was just like, okay, this is an okay intro, and it sounded like he was about to go in. And then it hits with Non-Stop, and I'm like, okay, it's cool, little beat to rock to, but I didn't really care much for his flow and what he was doing. I mean, when I played it again, I'm just like, okay, it's catchy, I can bob to it, but really, that wasn't what I was expecting after Survival. Then went to Elevate, and I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. I love where he's going with this. Went to Straight and Emotionless, which is one of my favorites off the whole project. Not just because of, you know, the line that everybody's pulling from it. I didn't hide my kid from the world. I hid the world from the kid and all that. I'm like, that wasn't the best bar of the whole song. That's what everybody's took from it. I don't know why. I don't know if you've seen that on social media, but like that's been the only bar that people are acknowledging.
I can explain to you why it's so dope.
Why?
Everything he laid out before he said it.
Yeah, but that's the only thing people are paying attention to, which I kind of feel like detracts from the song.
You gotta catch the whole thing because he's basically explaining like how pretty much everybody.
I catch it, but I'm just saying that people, the general consensus online is just like, oh, that's the only thing you can take from that. When I think overall the whole track is dope. Like it sounds dope. He rapped dope on it. It was pretty flawless to me. Let's Straight to God's Plan. We already know much all about God's Plan. Dope. I'm upset. I'm still not a fan of the song, especially with the way it's laid out on the track list of the album.
I have a theory about that song.
What's that?
I think he's talking about child support.
Really?
I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta pay her. Like, I can't go 50-50 with no hoe. You know, every month I gotta pay her what she wants.
I didn't even think about that.
Like, when he was saying all of this stuff, and I hate that song, by the way. But as I was listening to it, I was just like, I think he's talking about child support. Like, he's got to pay. You know, they said he's already been paying for everything she's doing.
Didn't think about that.
So I think the song's about child support. Why else would he be upset?
You on something there? 8 out of 10. I think it's one of the dopest songs on the whole project. I just love how it goes. Your wife. Like, you know, we already talked about that. Mob Ties could do without. Don't need to be on the album. Can't Take a Joke. It's passable, but I understand why he did it because there's a lot of people that like that sound. It's cool. Sandra's Rose, go hard. The whole song.
You skip Can't Take a Joke.
No, I said Can't Take a Joke. It's passable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's passable. Sandra's Rose, go hard. I love the whole production. DJ Premier outdid himself on that. Talk Up. Yo, I don't know what you're talking about. That beat is cold. I don't know what it is about it. That beat is dope. I love everything about it. Only thing I didn't like is when Jay-Z first came in on it. He was kind of like slow with it, but then he picked up. Yeah, I thought it was a dope. I didn't expect that collaboration happen on this project, so that was a dope surprise. Is There More was a great way to finish side A. I think it just kind of complemented everything he was talking about in side A and everything like that. Let's transition to side B with Peak. I thought it was a great start to it. Summer Games I did not really like though. It was just that weird kind of like Stranger Things kind of vibe sound to it. I don't know if you got it. It was just like this weird kind of doo 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 doo. I'm like, I didn't like it. Jaded was pretty dope. I like that and how it transitioned to Nice for What. Finesse was cool. Ratchet Happy Birthday was just one of those songs where it really didn't need to be on there. That's How You Feel was really dope. Blue Tint, I like the beat along with it. I didn't really feel like it was one of my standouts, but it was okay. In My Feelings, I didn't really like the song, but I liked the end of it, how he used I don't know if you've watched the episode of Atlanta yet, but at the end of the song, he used the sample from Atlanta. Where
that's where that comes from?
Yeah, that came from Atlanta. So I thought that was pretty dope. Don't Matter to Me, I'm really mixed on this song. Because, like, I don't really love what he did with the chorus with Michael Jackson and everything like that. But it sounds like it could be a good song, but it just sounds like it really isn't all the way there. Like, it just sounds like a half-ass song. And that's like no disrespect to Michael Jackson or even Drake, but it just didn't sound complete to me. It sounds like it could be better, but I just don't know what it could be better with, like what could be done to it. After Dark was really dope. Final Fantasy, I like the instrumentation with it and everything like that.
Yeah, you were looking forward to that.
It was just a joke, man. But I like the instrumentation of that. And March 14th was a real dope way to go out what everybody wanted him to talk about, which was his son and everything like that. But overall, I really enjoyed this project. But as a complete album, double album, which we would call it, I think it was just too scattered. But it was still a good project. I give it a B-. I thought it was dope. There's a lot of songs that I will actually go back here and listen to again. But overall, I enjoyed the project.
That's what's up. When I turned on Survival, I was somewhat disappointed because, like, you go back and listen to Drake's intros and he normally takes the time to go in. You go back and listen to Nothing Was the Same, and like he rapped on 3 different beats, you know what I'm saying? And just for him to come on this joint and act like he had to hold back, and it's just like, you went in before,
so, back, man.
But it was cool though. It was a dope intro. I do like the song. Nonstop, wasn't really feeling that. It's just something about, like, especially when I listened to it the first time, it was in my car and it sounded mad distorted, like the 808. But then when I listened to it on those, it sounds fine. Okay. So it was just, my car speakers ain't shit. But it's a okay song. I see why he made it. There's an audience of Drake that likes that type of music.
Right.
Elevate, he brought me back in. He reeled me back in. I was just like, okay, this is dope. I like the conversation that he had in this song. Emotionless, I love the flip of the Mariah Carey sample. Yeah, that was dope. I love that whole section where he talked about, like he met a girl that wanted to go to Rome her whole life, and then she got there, all she did was take pictures of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, she didn't live, like, so when he said all of
that, a girl that was happy with her marriage
until she puts down her phone.
That was
like, I was just like, yo, Drake always gives you some fucking real life, like, quotables, like that you could quote in real life, like Jay-Z and Drake. They'll give you a whole bunch of those.
Right.
And Emotionless has a lot of them. God's Plan is great. I'm upset. I don't like that song at all. I was upset he put that shit out when he dropped he dropped that added on.
No, he dropped the Duppy freestyle and then dropped Upset.
Well, yeah, that's what it was, the Duppy, and then he dropped that, and I was just like, I'm upset. This is the song you drop after that. Thinking that it's about child support, it makes more sense, but it still doesn't make sense in context with when he dropped it.
Right.
8 out of 10 is probably like, man, as far as the rap side of the album, that's probably my favorite song up here.
I feel you.
Like, I felt like it was too short. I love the Plies skit on the end. That was Plies.
You, man.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. But man, the beat is dope. And like, I know he didn't really, he subbed Pusha T, he didn't like directly respond to it. Yeah. But I just like the way he handled it on that song, because it's just like, no matter what he says, like, no matter what you say and how you may have killed him per se, your wife is gonna be listening to the Drake album as you're riding around.
Yep.
So you're gonna feel some type of way about that. Mob Ties, I like the beat. It was just something about it that I didn't like, but the beat was cool. Can't Take a Joke, and man, that and I'm Upset might be the worst songs on this project to me. Sandra's Rose, that was dope, and I like the way he acknowledged, like, they want me to make a classic. It's only 10 of these. Like 10 songs like this, and I can make a classic album. So he knows he could do it, but unfortunately he has such a huge audience to cater to. He has to make multiple different sounds of music.
Exactly.
Which is why you get a Nonstop and a Mob Ties and a I'm Upset. Like, he has to cater to that younger crowd that likes, shit like that. Talk Up featuring Jay-Z. Not only did I not care for the beat, I really don't give a fuck about the song in whole.
Really?
Like Drake's verses was like not up to par. Jay-Z, the best thing he said was the whole shit about Zimmerman and like they kill X and let Zimmerman live. The streets is done.
Yeah,
that was it. I didn't care for anything else said on the song. The beat was whack. DJ Paul, that shit sucked.
What?
I'm sorry, I did not like that shit. Is there more? I was not feeling an Aaliyah sample. Like Drake, I know you love Aaliyah, but shit, she's gone. Let it go.
Somebody
Stop
else was
sampling her
singing
music.
it though. Somebody else was singing it.
I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it. Didn't fit. Like, cause it was like that was more than
it
a
only
woman.
made sense for Drake though.
Barely. It barely made sense because she was saying like there's more slightly, but then
no, I'm just saying it makes sense for Drake since he idolizes her so much. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever. I just stop using Aaliyah, Drake. Just stop. The song he did when he was trying to do the Aaliyah album was bad. So no, not feeling it. Peak. I didn't even think that was Drake at first. I thought it was Party because Party's credited for helping write the song.
Oh, okay.
And he was singing like how Party would sing it. So I thought it was Party, but nah, I actually like that song, man. Summer Games, I thought it was cool. I don't hate it as much as you did.
Sound like Stranger Things, man. Straight out Stranger
I
Things
get what
soundtrack.
you're saying with the beat. Jaded, Nice for What, Finesse, all great songs. Like especially Finesse, man. I like the way he just decided to sing it.
Yeah.
Ratchet, Happy Birthday. That's for the young crowd. That's for the young Ratchet girl. I'm pretty sure like somebody's playing it right now because it's their birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's How You Feel. I like the way he used the Nicki sample in there from her concert performance. I thought that was cool. Blue Tint. I'm glad Future only had like this much to do with that song.
It was perfect. That's all he needed to do right there.
I still think you should have took him off. But if you're going to use him just that much, it's not that bad. It was cool. And My Feelings was okay. Don't Matter to Me. I actually like that song.
Okay.
After Dark featuring Static Major and Ty Dolla $ign. That joint was dope.
Mm-hmm.
I like that joint a lot. Final Fantasy was cool. I like the switch up.
Yeah.
And then March 14th, it's okay. I wasn't completely blown away. I just like the way he acknowledges personal shit. He acknowledges a lot of the stuff people were saying about him in the media. He kind of, brought it to life on the album, like typical Jay-Z shit.
Yeah.
So, overall, man, I was pretty impressed with the album. It's not his best work. It's not his worst work. The thing about Drake is like, no matter what it is, every time I hear Drake's album for the first time, I usually don't like it much. I don't know what it is.
I feel you with that. I'm like that in Drake too. Yeah.
I always there's always so many songs that I'm just like, man, what the fuck do you do that for? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? But as I listen to it more, I'm just like, I like that song.
Yeah.
But, this time, it was the same way because the first time I listened to it, I was just like, man, what the fuck was I just listening to? Because side A, I was not really feeling it. But then as I listened to it, I was just like, okay, not too bad. But I like the R&B section more. Like I said, huge audience to cater to. Drake's the biggest artist in the world. No matter what I say, people are going to listen to it, and it's going to be the #1 album of the year as far as numbers do. But overall, I give it a C+. I think it's solid. Too many songs. Should have took a couple off, but he's out of his deal, so he doesn't give two shits about any of that.
Yeah. And
like I said, man, it's a lot of real life quotables you can say. And I also want to point out the real MVP of the whole month of June is fucking Ty Dolla $ign. That nigga
been everywhere.
That nigga made everybody's album sound good. Kanye, Nas,
I didn't even
Taylor,
notice that.
Drake.
And he got the project with Jeremiah coming out.
The only album he wasn't on was Push's album, right?
Dang.
Or was he on that too? I can't even remember.
No, he wasn't on.
But he
Push
was
album.
on Kids See Ghosts. He was on an album every single week.
I didn't even notice
week,
that.
this month. Ty Dolla $ign is the real MVP.
He is working out here.
Yeah, and when that joint with him and Jeremiah come out, that's just probably gonna be crazy because that single was dope.
Yeah.
Yo, you looking for TV reviews, music reviews, movie reviews? Then check out the only reviews that matter, man.
Yeah, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notifications and stay tuned.